Now we are talking about the Germanic invasions. We usually think about the Germanic arriving in Rome in just few years, but that wasn't true. There was a long period of time. Meanwhile, the Germanic people were crossing the border. We can see that it was from 100 CE till 500. Well, we usually say that it is in 476 when they conquer Rome, and since then we consider that it was the end of the Western Roman Empire. But it is one reason that for us should be important. Why they decided to conquer the Roman Empire? Where they were looking for what? Well, obviously for lands. It's not the same living in Western Europe that in Eastern Europe. It is not only for the weather, but it's because there were another Germanic or the Huns that were attacking them, and they were looking for a place where they could live peacefully, taking care of their family, of their land, and that was impossible in the other side of the frontier. Another thing it was the way of living of the Romans, the cities, places to live, having water, having food, walls to protect you. It was they were just looking for a better life. In here we can see that there were two different ways of life. In the right side we can see uh, Germanic people in horses, uh, nomadic people with all the family. We usually think about Germans fighting just men and the family in the other side, but that wasn't true. They usually fight all together, families, uh, because they didn't have any secure place to live. And then it wasn't just a war; it was an invasion to to find a place, a safe place. In the other side, we can see the Roman people. In this case, we see a high society people, a senator. Um, Another is general, and a kind of equite, that is a knight. Those people really had a really nice life in the empire. They usually have lands, plenty of food, time to enjoy, but sometimes they have to fight. But most of the time they were having a joyful life. That's why obviously have better weather too. Uh, and that's why the Germanic prefer to live in this side of Europe. But we just said they were different, but in a long time they became mostly the same. Because one thing that was different from the Romans is that they became Christians, not at first because they were pagans, but finally they became Christians, and the Germanic people like Visigoths decided to join the Christianity. No, no, I don't know if it was just because pretending to be Roman or because they really believe that was the religion that they had to follow. Well, another thing that we can see is a coin, a gold coin, because economy it was important. They didn't have any coin back then, but finally they decided to start using. But it was not only that. We are talking about dressing, art, food, everything. They finally it was difficult to distinguish uh, one one of the other. And the last thing that last answer question that we should ask is What things do we have in common with Romans and what thing with Visigoths? I mean, I'm talking about the Spain, because Visigoths were those that conquered Spain. But how many things do you find right now from Visigoths and how many from Romans? This question is going to make you think.